Muhammad Asad, Urdu. Ugravo Macron O pounds O superscript 3 O Macron A circumflex, born Leopold Weiss, 12 July 1900 A circumflex 20 February 1992 was a Jewish-born Austro-Hungarian journalist, traveller, writer, linguist, thinker, political theorist, diplomat and Islamic scholar. Asad was one of the most influential European Muslims of the 20th century. By the age of 13, young Weiss had acquired a passing fluency in Hebrew and Aramaic, other than his native languages German and Polish. By his mid-twenties, he could read and write in English, French, Persian and Arabic. In Mandatory Palestine, Weiss engaged in arguments with Zionist leaders like Chaim Weizmann, voicing his reservations about some aspects of the Zionist movement. After traveling across the Arab world as a journalist, he converted to Islam in 1926 and chose for himself the Muslim name Muhammad Asad'Asad, being the Arabic rendition of his root name Leo. During his stay in Saudi Arabia, he spent time with Bedouins and enjoyed close company of Ibn Saud, the founder of modern Saudi Arabia. He also carried out a secret mission for Ibn Saud to trace the sources of funding for the Ikhwan revolt. Due to these activities, he was dubbed in a Haaretz article as Leopold of Arabia, hinting similarity of his activities to those of Lawrence of Arabia. On his visit to India, Asad became friends with Muslim poet-philosopher Muhammad Iqbal, who persuaded him to abandon his eastward travels and help elucidate the intellectual premises of the future Islamic State. He also spent 5 years in internment by the British government at the outbreak of World War II. On 14 August 1947, Asad received Pakistani citizenship and later served at several bureaucratic and diplomatic positions, including the Director of Department of Islamic Reconstruction, Deputy Secretary in the Foreign Ministry of Pakistan and Pakistan's envoy to the United Nations. In the West, Asad rose to prominence as a writer with his best-selling autobiography, The Road to Mecca. Later, after 17 years of scholarly research, he published his magnum opus, The Message of the Quran, an English translation and commentary of the Quran. The book, along with the translations of Bikthal and Yusuf Ali, is regarded as one of the most influential translations of the modern era. An ardent proponent of ijtihad and rationality in interpreting religious texts, he dedicates his works to people who think. In 2008, the entrance square to the UN office in Vienna was named Muhammad Asad Platz in commemoration of his work as a religious bridge builder. Asad has been described by his biographers as Europe's gift to Islam and a mediator between Islam and the West. Leopold Weiss was born on 2 July 1900 to a Jewish family in Lemberg, Galicia, then part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Weiss was a descendant of a long line of Jewish rabbis. However, his father, Akiva Weiss, broke from tradition and became a lawyer. Leopold received a religious education and was proficient in Hebrew from an early age, as well as familiar with Aramaic. He studied the Jewish Bible or Tanakh, the text and commentaries of the Talmud, the Mishnah and Gemara, also delving into the intricacies of biblical exegesis and the Targum. At the age of 14 he made an escape from school and joined the Austrian army under a false name. After a week or so, his father traced him with the help of the police, and he was escorted back to Vienna. After abandoning university in Vienna, Weiss drifted aimlessly around 1920s Germany, working briefly for the expressionist film director Fritz Lang. By his own account, after selling a jointly written film script, he splurged the windfall on a wild party at an expensive Berlin restaurant, in the spirit of the times. While working as a telephone operator for an American news agency in Berlin, Weiss obtained a coveted interview with Russian author Maxim Gorky's wife, his first published piece of journalism, after simply ringing up her hotel room. In 1922 Weiss moved to the British Mandate of Palestine, staying in Jerusalem at the house of his maternal uncle Dorian Feigenbaum at his invitation. Feigenbaum was a psychoanalyst and a disciple of Freud and later founded the Psychoanalytic Quarterly.